Have a seat. All right. Today is Tuesday, November 16th, 2019. This is Detective Brian Simmons with the Wesley Chapel Police Department, Bureau of Crimes Against Persons. I'm here in a conference room on the Division of Criminal Investigation, joined by Officer Matthew Sullivan, and we are conducting an interview in reference to Griswold County Complaint number 14-13984. Also present in the conference room is, would you state your name for the recorder, please?
Glenn Hansen.
Great. So this is a follow-up interview to your initial deposition, and this portion is obviously being recorded. You're okay with the recording, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so you know why you're here today, right, Glenn?
Yeah.
Could you state that reason for the record?
Where do you want me to start?
Well, we just threw your day on November 7th of this year. Be as detailed as possible to the best of your memory.
Okay. So I'm a photographer, freelance. Most of my work covers celebrities, known figures. I find them in public spaces, and
So you're paparazzi?
Yeah, that's a word for it.
Go on.
On that particular day, that afternoon, I was covering Lindsay Lavelle, the actress. I'd gotten a tip-off that she was at a coffee shop downtown, so I headed down that way. Sure enough, she was there, alone, and I got some good shots. Definitely a few that I could sell. Hey, when could I get my camera back? Even just like the car?
It's been taken in as evidence. Your property will be returned to you at the conclusion of the investigation. Continue.
Okay. So I got a bunch of shots of her. Legal shots. And that was that.
And did anything seem off about her character?
Yeah, that was the thing. I shot Lindsay a bunch of times before. I had some good ones in there, you know? But that day she didn't look like herself. You know, she was tired, in sweats. Sometimes celebs wear plain clothes to blend in, but that's not her. You know, that's not what I've seen before, and that's not why I took the gig.
So she was off because she was wearing sweatpants?
I thought it was unusual, yeah.
Okay. What happened next?
She got coffee and a bagel, ate there, and then left, and I followed her.
And she wasn't aware that you were following her?
Correct.
And you realize how that looks, right?
Look, I get it sounds shady, maybe it was, but it wasn't illegal, okay? Sometimes you just have to do that for the job.
Okay, and why did you choose to follow Miss Lavelle?
Because I could tell something was off, like I said. I followed my instinct.
Okay, so where did she go?
Home. At least I'm pretty sure it was her home. She had the key.
And you parked off of her property?
Correct.
What happened next?
She got out of the car, went inside, and I lost sight of her for a little while. And then there was a light that came on in the kitchen. She was making dinner, I think.
What did she make for dinner?
I don't know. Is that relevant?
It might be.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Continue.
So she was making dinner, and that's when another car pulled up. A man got out. I didn't recognize him, and he went up to the door, went inside, and a moment later I saw him in the kitchen.
Did Miss Lavelle appear to recognize him?
Yeah, they hugged and kissed. She seemed to be expecting him.
What then?
Could I have some water, please?
Sullivan? Continue.
So, the two of them were in the kitchen drinking wine. Then suddenly this guy was just there, outside. I don't know where he came from. He must have walked. You know, he saw me, and he started walking towards me, not even saying a word, and I got the hell out of there before he reached me.
So you left the scene at this point?
Correct. But I came back a few minutes later.
I see. Why was that?
Something was up. Like I said, I could feel it.
Where was this man when you returned?
I don't know.
And Miss Lavelle and the other man still in the kitchen?
Yeah, I could see them through the window.
What happened then?
The two of them were there in the kitchen just talking, and then he was there, the second man, and he looked angry. They were both surprised to see him, and I think he was another boyfriend. He grabbed the other man, pushed him up against the window, and he seemed to be threatening him.
And what did Miss Lavelle, what was she doing at this time?
You already know what happened, don't you?
Just for the record, as a witness.
Okay. So the second man was choking the first man. I'm not sure if he was trying to kill him or not. And suddenly Lindsay, Miss Lavelle, she had a wine bottle in her hand, holding like a club, and she hit the second man on the head with it. It didn't break, but he fell. I think she was in shock, The first man hugged her.
And you could see the other man at this point, the intruder?
No, but they saw me. They separated, and she looked out the window, and I could see her looking down my lens.
Then what? What did you do?
I couldn't move. I was in shock. I didn't know if the other man was dead or what I saw. They came outside, walking towards my car, running. Lindsay Lavelle asked me to roll down my window, and I did. She saw the camera, and she offered me money, a lot, way more than I could have made from photos. And I said, yeah, I know. I didn't know what to do, but she said she didn't need my camera, and all she wanted was a card and my silence.
So you decided to give it to her?
Yeah, I did, but the thing is, I had 2 cards in the camera, like for backup. She didn't know, so I just gave her the one, and I took the money, and I drove right home.
You came into the station the next day with the card, the evidence 17 hours later. Why did you decide to wait?
Part of me didn't want to come in, just to lay low and keep the money, but then I saw the news the next day, the dead body, so I came to you guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming forward, Glenn. You've helped us out plenty with the case. These photos are exactly the sort of evidence we were looking for.
You're welcome.
If there's nothing else, the time is 4:16 p.m., and this concludes the interview.